Hey guys. All right, so today I have with me Super Stealthy Pancake here and Flame Zombie down there. Nice to stream with you guys. I don't think I've talked with you before, Flame Zombie. I don't know why. Haven't
No,
played any
just like
games with you.
in comments on stream. Yeah, our schedules have just like if
Yeah.
you know me, my schedule is nightmarish. It's it's working 12-hour
Yeah,
shifts will do that. That's
for sure. But anyway, we're talking about the 4D mixtape. As you can tell from the thumbnail and the title, we're going to let people roll in.
yeah.
Space already says thumbnail looks great. And of course it does, because the product is great. So Ponder, thank you for tagging everyone, Ponder. What's up, Ear Trumpet? So the 4D mixtape, it's a 168-page collection. So far, it's a PDF. There might be a physical product coming soon. Of games, scenarios, essays made by like 10, 15 different creators, 5 different artists or more, something like that. So it's a huge thing, and it's pay what you want. So you could pay nothing, could be absolutely free. You could pay $1 million if you really want to.
You should pay that.
Can.
You should pay that, please.
17 contributors. Thank you, Rody. They're all from the 4D Discord, so it's built with 4D principles in mind. But basically, what it is it starts with a blurb kind of about what 4D is. Then it has a basic game engine that all of the games in it use, and some of the games use that engine exactly as is. Some of them have some fiddly bits that say, in my game, this is a little bit different. You need a couple extra rules, but they all use that frame at the beginning. And then we've got lots of interesting scenarios, tons of interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, there are some very creative people who made this book. And although I added one element, I don't consider myself one of them.
Oh, far too humble. Usually, I find the guys that are the most humble are also the guys that are doing the best work on anything. So, but it's basically, it reminds me a lot of old Dragon magazine, or White Dwarf, if you guys, where it's a collection of different authors that are working, but instead of magazine size, where it's a full book size at this point, but it's kind of a fanzine. Some of it's game specific stuff. You got different characters, different scenario ideas, different just musings on the hobby. Lots of great information in there. I myself haven't been able to read through it all yet, and it's just because every time I read through something, I'm like, man, that is only like 5 to 10 pages, but there's really interesting stuff going on. It's everyone is using the less is more principle for sure.
Absolutely. I'm still going through it myself. Lots of really cool stuff.
I am ashamed to admit I have not read all of the entries, but
yes, I don't think anything happens. There's our call to action.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. Get me to 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
Let's make it happen.
Anyway, why don't we go ahead and crack it open?
Yeah.
Here we are. Okay. Look, first off,
really awesome cover.
Yeah.
We had such talented artists working on this.
Yeah. They were great.
Roleplay solves everything. Sean Driscoll. And then we got this nice page there. Okay. So this kind of explains what, I guess we kind of explained what it is, but I'll go ahead and read that. A compilation of works by various folks who strive to play in character as much as possible. Game scenarios and supplements built on the same base system, a simplified version of Mithras Imperative that is friendly to 4D play. And I guess a little disclaimer, it is a very simplified version of Mithras Imperative. You're not going to see like hit locations, special effects, but it does use that basic engine. maybe a lot of people watching this already know what 4D is, but if you don't, in simplest terms, it's an effort to get in character as frequently as possible and stay in character for as long as possible. Yeah, and you can go through this. It has some basic instructions on that. If you really want to get into 4D, I'd suggest watching some videos. Tyler's got a great channel. Table Runner Crispy.
Roll on.
Roll On Buddy,
Yes,
Off the Rails
dude.
Roleplay. They're all very good. And of course, you can get the 4D Beginner's Handbook that explains it all.
Yeah.
Or most of it.
Yeah, I was about to say put an asterisk on there, but yeah. It's a work in progress. We're still figuring out what this whole 4D thing is with all of you guys, right?
Right.
As Space Roadie is frequent to remind us, it started as a joke.
Yeah. A lot of fun. You guys really took the idea and ran with it. Grateful I got to contribute with a couple of art pieces.
Your stuff is really cool, Zonalar.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
He's
I
got a
love
great
how
channel as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Zonalar is another guy that does his Crimes Against Roleplay series. Will kind of, in contrast, give you the what we don't want to do in 4D or in really any style. I think there's a lot of things that you could say are objectively not pleasing about the hobby, but that's another discussion for another time.
I believe if you scroll to the end of the basic rules, there's a really awesome 2-page spread of one of Zonalar's art pieces as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love how that one. Yeah. And I love how all of the art is both disparate, but doesn't it almost clashes in a cool way. Like there's so many different styles in here, and going through it's one of the problems with the AI slop epidemic is not even just that it's AI slop, but that everything starts to look the same, right?
Yeah.
It's just amalgamating it. Even if you tell it to do a style, well, everything's going to look like that style. It's so having stuff done by hand, even when it's just like collage images like that and edited, you can tell who edited. You can tell who did the art. You can tell, it's it feels very human.
Yeah, and I think what kind of draws it all together is that it's all so like passionate and well done.
Yeah,
that it doesn't clash with each other because it's just so cool to read through.
Okay.
Yes, for PDF readers, everyone's favorite topic. Oh my god. It's the worst format. It's terrible. I'm going on a sidebar right now while David figures this out. PDF is the worst format. It should have died 10 years ago, if not longer ago. It doesn't compress data well. It doesn't read well. None of the readers like using it. They pretty much all crash constantly. I don't know. Adobe has the market by a stranglehold, and they need to be stopped. We need to find a better format. I worked in publishing for years, and PDFs are it's the last thing you do is converting things to PDF, and it's the most editors are swearing. It's
That's so funny. So I'm looking at this like online. I think I don't have an option to share like directly from Adobe PDF or whatever. So we'll just go with this. The pageation will be off, but know that if you look at it in your own PDF reader, you'll see it lined up.
Or when you get the physical book.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Okay, so if you weren't reading this already, like while we were yammering on how to roleplay in the 4D style, say where you are, say what you do in the moment, and what your character says. Keep description visual in the moment. GM is not present. Talk in first person, present tense. Nothing happens until you describe it. Out of character chatter, table talk, meta comments not allowed. And that's the gist of it. What's up, G-Funk? Now I get onto the game system itself. So it's built off Renters Imperative. So you're rolling 2d10 dice. That's a d100. Read it as a tens place and a ones place. And the gist of the system is you roll under your skill rating to succeed. Failure is if you roll above it. A critical is when you roll less than or equal to a tenth of your rating. And then a fumble is just 99 or 100. And it goes into what criticals and fumbles mean. People use those to different effects in their games. A rule for improvement. If something's harder or easier, you can make it increase your skill or decrease your skill by 20, that kind of thing. As you can see here, the modifiers. There you go. Opposed rolls. Crit beats success, beats failure, beats fumble. In case of a tie, the highest result wins. Got your classic characteristics, and those calculate your hit points, damage modifier, magic points if you have that, and then you can change magic points to whatever you want in your own game, make it stress or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I think multiple of us basically did.
Mm-hmm.
We turned magic points into a stress level.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I saw that in one of them.
I hope you do ponder.
Yes, we are
to the second game jam.
Yeah, and I think what's awesome is that there will be a second one is a foregone conclusion. As soon as we finish this, before we even had it up, everyone was like, "All right, I'll have to make this for the second one." It's like, "All right, there we go."
Yeah, I was thinking of making one too, kind of like Metro 2033.
Ooh, yeah.
It's because I played Primetime, MMCV's game, and there was a well, I guess we'll talk about it later, but there was lots of vehicles, and I was like, okay, this is so fun. I need to make a game with lots of vehicles and weapons that you can attach to those vehicles.
Yeah. Stuff on rails, that'd be awesome. Hey, Austin.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
What's up? So we're just going through the book, going through the basic rules right now, and then we'll go through each of y'all's creations.
Well, the basic rules are amazing.
They're very straightforward, right?
Well, they're from Mithras, so they have to be amazing.
Yep.
There you go. This page has like a quick and dirty way to make NPCs. You have a level ranging from 40 to 80, and then based off of that level, you get their hit points and how skilled they are at things, and that's pretty much all you need. Give some examples for that. You've got your skill list, and it's I think 15 skills.
Yeah, we deliberated over this skill list for quite a while, trying to make sure it covered a wide swath without being too specific.
Yep.
Yeah, I find that's an issue a lot of crunchier games can have, is you do need to answer the question, are you just trying to reinvent the wheel here, right? Like Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition, pretty infamous for having your search and spot. And it's like, okay, come on.
Yeah,
that specific skill list, a lot of it came from Space Roadie's experience, he's the one that I think it's under his publishing page on DriveThru. He deserves the massive shout out for all the work he did and put into this project.
Yeah, can we just say Space Roadie is the best of us?
Yes, he worked with the hellacious publishing effort that this has been. So any typos and errors you can ignore. Know that this was all done in less than a month. So any of our typos are, it is amazing that he was able to put this together in that short amount of time.
Yeah,
and
then
I
it
would
looks
add,
so great.
I would add, let me put some heat on major publishing companies that struggle to do half of this in years of time with millions of dollars at their disposal, still end up coming out with, I have a copy of 5th edition where the whole book is printed upside down. It is really astonishing. The self-publishing tools out there, while still very messy, are giving you, they can allow us to be as capable as the big publishing companies. It's really an amazing time to be in this space.
For sure.
It's really encouraging to see what you can get done when you've got 15, 20 people working on this project, and how fast you can get it done and how good you can get it to look.
Yeah.
But I guess those I don't know how many people you have working on a project at WotC or Paizo or whatever.
10 people, then you fire them, then 10
know.
people, then you fire them, then 10 people, then you fire them, and that's that was at least the joke around the offices when I worked for them.
That's probably what it was. We have a suggestion for PDF reader, PDF exchange editor. Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
If you're on Reddit, or not Reddit, if you're on Linux, I like Ocular.
Ocular. I should have said this at the very beginning, but the link to the drive-through page is in the description. You can click on that, pay what you want. Again, could be free. You could pay $1 million. That might get flagged. I don't know. But you can.
The more you pay, the more I love you.
That's true.
So keep that in mind.
Very true. Okay.
If a stripper tells you that, don't believe her.
That's when it's the most true.
No, Austin, no. My cat is trying to jump into a bucket full of water over here. If you're wondering what I'm doing.
Yes.
I think she stopped.
You can buy multiple copies.
Yeah,
There
just
you
buy
go.
one for $9,999 and then buy another one for one.
Buy
Right,
one
1,000.
for each author. There you go.
There you go.
There you
Anyways.
go. And the any proceeds is going to all the authors.
Yes,
So-
they are
Split.
split very generously.
Which is funny because I'm going to be putting that money back in when he releases the physical copy.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Don't tell them my plan. Yeah, so for all the basic rules, they were hashed out pretty spiritedly in the Game Jam channels. I don't think there's a single section that was like everyone agreed on at the very beginning.
That sounds about right.
So I would say I didn't make a game in this, but I contributed this one rule here, the death and dying. No one argued that because I'm a great writer, I guess. But there you go. Conway, I know you say you didn't have time to join, but you're here now. If you want, we're gonna have a fifth person here. Up to you.
Just Trench Punk is so cool.
It really is.
It's a great aesthetic.
Absolutely.
The tagline is fantastic too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna invite what's his name real quick, if he can jump in.
I'll send him the link.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, back to this. So damage, you don't need an extra die for damage. It's whatever the ones place is of your D100 roll, that's your damage. And
speaking
certain
of heated debate about the rules.
Yeah, some of us wanted the tens place to be the damage, but that's what happened. So it is the ones place. And then if you have a bonus to your weapon, +1, +3, +4, you add that. A critical hit always does the max, so 10 plus whatever your bonus is. Then death and dying, when you're at 0 or less, you're incapacitated, that usual kind of thing. And then as we were saying, weapons get bonuses to them. Armor reduces damage. And equipment is common sense. Whatever would make sense for you, go ahead and wear that.
I love all the quotes in the intro.
Yeah. We had Shauna at the beginning. Roleplay solves everything. Crispy with a word of encouraging advice. Big Bad, very straightforward advice. Just stay in character. Whatever you do, stay in character. Okay, then we got a guide for character creation. Concept first. Sometimes I'll roll up a character and then create a concept from that. Both ways are fun to me. But yeah, concept. You can roll 3d6s or do point buy for those.
That's another thing, a whole can of worms there. That's another thing I don't hear people talking about that I need to make a video on. It's a long list at this point. I hope to make some over the weekend. But top down versus bottom up character design. Which do you start with? The character concept, then add the mechanics, or mechanics, then make the character concept? It's an interesting.
This is off topic too, but another cool video would be we usually come up with a setting and then characters. I think if it's like high fantasy enough, you could come up with characters and then the setting and be like, okay, how do these all fit together?
Yeah, how did these people come to exist? Yeah, what world would they make sense in? That man,
that would be
cool
fun.
ideas. Cool ideas.
Anyway, we got hit points, damage modifier. So you get a bonus from your damage modifier as well as a bonus from whatever weapon you have. 4D style requires a high level of trust. It's a collaborative experience, not a competitive one. Mr. Max.
Oh, there's Mr. Max.
And then you assign skills from the pyramid.
I would like to say this skill pyramid is really nice, especially for one-shots, because you start with highly capable characters.
Yeah. I think it makes a lot of sense for this application.
Yep. For the number of skills you have, that's a good sized pyramid.
I would almost always rather play a competent character in a really difficult situation than just play an incompetent character. I would rather the difficulty be external, right? And it feels like, damn, I lost because the other guy was that much more badass than I lost because I'm an idiot. Like, you know.
Man, I love playing a loser.
It can be fun from time to time, though. That's true.
It can be, that mud core, everything's hard. Sure. But like a lot of times I'll get upset, like Call of Cthulhu. I'm like, why am I just failing at everything?
Right. I'm trying, my guy's, his best skill is at guns. And you're telling me I'm like, and a lot of it has to do with GM adjudication of how did you fail it, right? But it's like, dude, you're telling me I'm like dropping my whole speed loader and like just like doing basic Butterfingers.
Yeah.